over 75% of the possession. What Mr. Miles is saying, he's thinking that y'all are doing 50-50, or maybe he's doing 75%. And maybe he doesn't have to pay child support to you.
Enjoy the video, hit the like button.
Testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
Mr. Miles?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Mr. Williams, go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. We're here in a suit affecting the parent-child relationship, and we have a partial agreement between the parties. At this time, I'd like to read those agreements into the record, Your Honor.
Okay.
But prior to doing that, let me go ahead and ask the court to take judicial notice that Mr. Miles is present in the courtroom, and although he has not been served, he has been emailed a copy of the state's petition.
So noted.
Thank you so much, sir. As I told you previously before, we're here on a suit affecting the parent-child relationship. Parties are in agreement that Mr. Miles signed an acknowledgement of paternity for the child in today's case, Nia Miles, born September 12, 2020. Parties agree there has been no family violence between the two of them in the past 2 years. Parties agree that the father has no other minor children. As far as conservatorship, parties are in agreement for a joint managing conservatorship. Parties are in agreement for there to be no geographic restriction. We have wages reported by the father's employer, and parties agree that his gross monthly income is $6,607. Parties agree his net monthly resources are $5,347. Parties agree that medical support should be set at $0 starting June 1st, 2025, as the child is no longer covered under state medical. Parties agree the fathers continue to carry the insurance for the child through First Health Network at $211 per month. Parties are in agreement for there to be no retro, and parties are in agreement for the court costs to be billed to the father in today's case. Those are the extent of the agreements. The main disagreements, Your Honor, are going to be on child support. The mother is requesting a non-disclosure, as well as the possession schedule. At this time, I would like to call the parties to confirm the agreements and disagreements, Your Honor.
Okay.
At this time, I'd like to call the mother. Ma'am, can I get you to state your full name for the record?
Nikitria Jones.
Thank you so much, Ms. Jones. Can you give me the names and ages of the child or children we're here for today?
She's 4.
Okay, thank you so much. Now, as far as those agreements, before we do that, I have to confirm this once again. There hasn't been any family violence between yourself and the father in the past 2 years. Is that correct?
No.
But you are requesting a non-disclosure. Is that correct?
Yes.
Do you have any fear or safety concerns with the father?
I just don't want him to know where I live.
Has he ever showed up to your address unannounced?
No.
Has he ever threatened to show up and harm you or the child at your address?
No.
Okay, but you are requesting a non-disclosure. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, not a problem. As far as the child support, the state used the gross income that I announced previously, and we're requesting that child support be set at $1,069 beginning June 1st, 2025. Would you be in agreement or disagreement with that?
Yes.
You're in agreement for the $1,069, Ms. Jones?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Now we're going to move on to the possession and access. The standard possession order is every first, third, and fifth weekend. Are you in agreement with a standard possession order?
Yes.
Okay. But you're also requesting an exchange location. Is that correct?
Yes.
So no family violence. You're requesting a non-disclosure, and you want an exchange location. Is there any reason in particular that you're requesting an exchange location?
Just to meet up so we can get her since he doesn't have transportation right now.
Oh, I understand it. So you'll be meeting him there to provide him with the child.
I will be meeting him at the bus station to get her. Yes.
Right. Okay. Now you do understand, as far as the visitation access, each party is responsible for doing that themselves, but you're offering to do that in assistance for the father. Is that correct?
Yes.
Because if we order an exchange location, this is going to be how your visitation goes, at least for the next 3 years. If he gets a car or he moves or anything like that to like Irving or Grapevine or something, you'll still have to exchange at the location that you're asking for. Would you still be requesting an exchange location?
I guess so. Yes.
And the exchange location is the DART station at 10,100 LBJ Freeway in Dallas, Texas, 75243. Is that correct?
That's what he provided.
But you just said you want an exchange location, correct?
I do.
Do you want the location he provided?
I'm fine with that now, but I would rather us meet a little closer because
Okay.
that's closer to his location. It's not closer to my location.
So just to confirm, are you in agreement or disagreement with an exchange location? You don't have to agree. This is your case. Do you agree or disagree?
I agree with it. It's fine.
Okay, perfect. Is there anything else you'd like to tell the court about your case?
Just as far as like visitation, um, I just would like for him to get her full weekends, starting Friday to Sunday. Right now, he gets her Saturday evening, and then I pick her back up Sunday evening.
So you would like visitation to be exercised the way it is in the order. Is that correct? Or
Yes,
reordered? Okay.
yes.
Okay. Uh, those are the extent of my questions for this witness, Your Honor. At this time, I'd like to call the father.
Hold on, let me just ask her here before we move. If you want to pick a different place for the exchange location closer to your residence, Ms. Jones, we can do that too. So I want to make sure before we move that you don't have any other suggested location.
We were meeting at a Walmart off, I believe it's Meadow Road in Garland,
Okay, so
but
is that
he
what you want
doesn't.
the exchange location to be?
I would like it to be, but he doesn't have transportation, so I don't know how that would work for him.
Okay, so we got to put something in the court order. So you're saying it's pretty far, this other address. Uh, there's other bus stations. There's other rail stations. So is there something else you could suggest?
We could just keep it at the DART station, I guess, for
Okay.
right now.
All right. Okay, Ms. Williams, go ahead and call your next witness.
Thank you, sir. At this time, I'd like to call the father. Sir, can I get you to state your full name for the record?
Aaron Miles.
Thank you so much, Mr. Miles. Now, previously, I know we talked a little bit since before, but there were some agreements that I read out to the record. As far as those agreements, literally just the parts that you agreed to, are you still in agreement for those to be your agreements today?
Are you talking about with the what for the weekend and vegetation and stuff like that, and where we meet
No,
up?
that was us getting in the weeds a little bit. At the initial beginning of the hearing, I read out some information regarding y'all's agreement. Would you like me to go over them again, or are you in
Yeah,
agreement?
I'd like you to go over it again.
Okay, perfect. I'd also like the court to take judicial notice that Mr. Miles has not been served, but he is present in the courtroom and has been sent a copy of the state's petition, Your Honor.
So noted.
Thank you so much. Now, as far as your agreement, sir, we agreed that the mother had been served already. We agreed that you signed a valid acknowledgement of paternity for your child, Nia Miles, born September 12, 2020. There is an agreement that there was no family violence, that you have no other minor children. You're in agreement for a joint marriage conservatorship with no geographic restriction. We calculated your wages to be $6,607 per month. That's gross, and a net of $5,347. There was an agreement that medical support be set at zero because you're currently carrying health insurance for the child through First Health Network at $211 per month, and that was credited to what we're going to calculate child support as well. You agreed to no retro, and you agreed to pay court costs as billed. Those were the agreements as I read them out previously. Are those still your agreements, Mr. Miles?
No, she told me I had to pay court costs. Agreed to it. She just, I guess I'm the father. I have to pay it. So I didn't, that was just me. I didn't know. This is my first time ever doing this. She just
Besides
told.
court costs,
Objection,
Mr.
not
Miles,
responsive.
sustained. Besides court costs, do you agree with everything else? We're just trying to do the easy part first.
Okay, yes, sir. I agree by everything else. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Okay,
then we can talk about the contested issues. He's about to ask you, but we're trying to do the easy part first.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
First time.
Okay, now using that income that we calculated before that you agreed to, we're asking that child support be set at $1,069, and that's beginning June 1st, 2025. Would you be in agreement or disagreement to pay that amount?
I disagree.
Thank you so much, Mr. Miles. Now explain to the court why you disagree with that.
Based off what I just learned now, I guess she filed for child support in November. We split at the end of August. like I say, I couldn't. They basically hid and concealed my daughter away from me all the way to basically they let me see her on her birthday. From her birthday, they went another additional 6 days. I didn't get to see her again to September
Mr.
18th.
Miles, Mr.
So
Miles, excuse me, just a minute, sir. We're only talking about future child supports.
yeah, I'm
We've
breaking down.
already agreed. We've already agreed that there's going to be no back child support. So you owe
Okay.
no balance. So I don't know why you're talking about the past. For the future, the question is, will child support for the future be $1,069 a month?
Nah, I wouldn't be able to afford that. Plus, what I have to do for my daughter as well. I play a big role in her life as well. I know, so it's kind of hard for me to pay 1,069 based off. I know we can't talk about the past, but based off when things happen, I had to get loans and stuff like this. So I have additional other stuff that come out my check. If I do that, then I won't be able to pay rent for myself to keep a shelter over my daughter's head. So it will be a little harder for me to pay 1,069. I just got to that position as a store manager. Um, I think I started March 31st.
Okay.
So it's
Okay,
just,
Mr. Miles, 1 second. So essentially, you're in disagreement because you believe it's too high. Is that correct?
yeah, I believe it's a little too high because I also
Okay.
I deal with my daughter as well, like a
Right.
lot.
Okay, not a problem. So you're in disagreement with $1,069 beginning June 1st, 2025, because you believe that it's too much. You have other things that you're responsible for. Is that correct, Mr. Miles?
Come to my daughter, yes.
Okay, perfect. Not a problem. Now I want to move on to the mother's request for a non-disclosure. Would you be in agreement or disagreement with the mother having a non-disclosure of her address and phone number from today's court order?
It's been like that since they took the baby. I don't, but I would like to know where my daughter live at. I would like to know if she, her safety, yes, but I'm no harm towards my daughter. For me to be exiled for that, she come to my house and pick up my child, so she know where I stay at, know what door. If it was a mercy, she know where to pull up at. I would like to have that
Okay.
as well.
Okay. So just to confirm, has there been any family violence between yourself and the mother in the past 2 years?
No, we good.
Okay. Are you requesting, and you're not requesting a non-disclosure of your address for safety concerns? I just have to confirm that. Is that correct?
She good to have my address and everything.
Okay. Now, as far as the possession and access, it looks as though the mother in the state will be fine with there being a standard possession order, but the mom is requesting that you fully carry out your visits. Is there a reason why you're not able to do the standard possession order first, third, and fifth weekends, like fully?
No, when I was asking her a question, I was trying to make sure, like this, like I said, it's my first time going through this. So I was trying to like clear it up because we already have a schedule involved where we switch every weekend with our daughter. We did agree at that time when I had my rec that she'll just, since she could work at home, she would deal with Neil on Fridays. And then like since I've been at my job going on 12 years with the liquor business, we never have Fridays and Saturday off. And then due to me, I have to close at least once or twice, during that week. I flip my schedules when I don't have my daughter for that weekend. So I do flip my Fridays and Saturdays to open and close shifts. So it been like that since, before my daughter been born. I can't, at that time, I just can't tell, district managers and regional managers, hey, I can't close no more.
Right, right. Okay, okay. Hold on 1 second, Mr. Mouse. Hold on, hold on. So you're in agreement with the standard possession order. Is that correct?
Well, for like the week, for the
So
weekend.
the standard possession order says that every first, third, and fifth weekend. But one of the understandings with a standard possession order is that's just the floor. If you and the mother decide to do more, then that's fine. You just can't do less. So if you want to do more than a standard possession order, if you want to pick them up on a Wednesday and mom agrees, you can do that. But you just have to have the agreement. But as far as the standard possession order being the floor for you today, are you in agreement for a standard possession order?
For the floor today for that. Yes, I agree to that.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Now, are you also in agreement for the exchange location to be at that dark station that I mentioned previously at 10,100 Lyndon Bain Johnson Freeway, Dallas, Texas 75243? Are you still in agreement to that?
Yeah, I agree to that.
Okay.
Because
Now, is there anything, hold on, is there anything else you would like to tell the court regarding your case, sir? And please be brief. We're almost at the end.
it's just more just with parenting time, and I do deal with my daughter more than her per out the day. So that's why I kind of can't understand the 1,069, based off learning that she did try to put me on child support. I guess she filed in November. So from that time we had every other day. Before the wreck happened or anything like that, job change. Like I say, she drop off 7:45 and don't pick her up to 7:45 to 8. The baby got to be asleep at 9. I don't see me paying 1,069 for her to be around her daughter for an hour. What do
Okay, so
you know?
so just to confirm, Mr. Miles, you're in disagreement with the child support because one, you believe it's too high, and two, because you feel you spend more time with the child than is required. Is that correct, Mr. Miles?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. At this time I'd like to pass this witness as well.
Mr. Miles, it changed, I guess, at some point, right? You're not doing every day or every other
No,
day anymore.
sir. What I do for right now, like I said, we can't go to the past, so I want to bring it up. I was forced to go to my job and ask them, "Can I work 6 to 3?" Because at that time we didn't have nobody
I'm
who.
just asking you what you're doing now. That's all I'm asking.
Oh,
I'm
what
not
else?
asking about your job.
I deal with my daughter every day.
What's that?
I deal with my daughter every day.
Recently?
Yeah, I deal with my daughter every day, Judge.
Okay. Well, how far away do you live from the mother?
I don't know. I don't know where the mother lived. I haven't knew since August 26th.
When was your wreck?
My wreck was in November, mid-November, towards the end of like almost to December. So I say mid-November,
Of what year?
2024.
Okay. And is that why you don't own a car?
Yes, I had to go through therapy, and I found out my spine got pushed to the left. So I was trying to just basically recover before I even try to get a car, because a spine injury is, it's kind of deadly, or it can be where I can't. If I just force myself to do this and that, and I get another wreck, something could happen to me where I can't walk no more for my daughter. So I looked at it as a future thing than anything else.
So since November, you're saying that you've been seeing the child every other day or so?
Yes, I pick up. Yeah, because at the end of the day, before
How do you
that,
pick up the child if you don't have a car?
or her mom, since her mom will pick up the baby at 11:45 from school, she go to work at 4, so she'll drop the baby off to me, and that was this agreement plan we all had made up. They dropped the baby off to me at 3:15, so I get the baby by 3:15. She come around 3:45. I mean 7:45 p.m. And like I say, the baby got to be asleep by 9.
All right. Miss Jones, unmute for me, please. I know you had a schedule before. I'm not really so concerned about what you've done many months ago, but what's day to day look like right now? Is he having the child every day or so?
So she goes to daycare now. I believe he comes to pick her up from daycare around 5 something, and then I wait until he makes it home with her, and then I come and pick her up.
What's the plan for the future?
Um, that's a
Yeah,
good question.
if I remember correctly, he's a 4-year-old, so child will be
Hmm.
in school come August, right?
Yes.
How are we, what's our plan for August as far as where's the child going to be? Be with father, be with mother? How are we going to get the child to school?
So next year she'll be going to school all day, hopefully. So I would drop her off in the morning. I believe they get out of school at 3. The plan is for her to still go to daycare. So daycare would pick her up at 3. And then I don't know if he'll have transportation by then. We can discuss if he's gonna pick her up or if I'm gonna pick her up, but that's the plan right now.
Okay, so he's still going to have a significant amount of possession, is what you're thinking?
Yes, I don't mind him getting her every day during the week. I don't Whenever he asks for her, he can have her. I don't have a problem with that at all.
Are you able to pick up the child after school?
After school,
Yes, or after
um,
daycare?
after daycare, I pick her up on days that he closed. But other than that, he asked to pick her up, so I allow him to.
Okay, so what I'm trying to figure out is it more of a convenience issue or that you're letting him visit, or if, or exactly kind of trying to figure out, I don't understand. Okay, so, um, if you're letting him visit, that's something different. That's not what I'm asking.
Okay.
I'm asking like you're not Mr. Jones, Mr. Miles is basically saying you're not available to pick up the child. So he's picking up the child. He has a child most of the night. Then the child basically just spends an hour with you and goes to sleep, and then y'all do it all over again. Is what he's saying. That's generally what he's been saying. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
assuming that you're not, I mean, this child's going to have homework stuff like that later. I mean, not maybe not in kindergarten or whatever, but over the long term, I need to make a decision today for maybe the next 14 years.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to figure out what it is that you're intending to do. So You said it sounded to me at earlier that you wanted to be the primary parent to decide where the child lives. Mr. Miles is saying that y'all are almost 50-50. Um, I mean, I know y'all are working around each other's work schedules, and that's wonderful. That's great. I do want people to do that. But I need to know during the week what we're planning to do. I know it's August and it's not August yet, but what's the plan? You say you don't want him to come to your residence, so that's another issue as to why I don't understand why we do a split in possession either. So, um, and then the car issue is another issue. So I know we don't have a lot of answers on a lot of that stuff, but what is your plan, Ms. Jones? Are you going to have primary possession or are you going to be splitting half and half?
I mean, I can pick her up every day after work if need be.
But
If
is
she's
that
in
what you're going to
daycare,
do?
I can.
What is you want to do?
I mean, I don't mind doing it. I just don't want to take time away that he wants with her. I don't never want him to say that I don't give him time. So basically before the daycare, she was going to school. My mom would pick her up after school and then keep her until he gets off at 3, and then I would pick her up whenever I got off work.
Well, I kind of need to know an answer what it is you wanted to do. I understand you're trying to be nice and all that, and I appreciate that, but you're asking for $1,069 of child support. People that are receiving child support, no matter what the number is, have primary possession, like over 75% of the possession. What Mr. Miles is saying, he's thinking that y'all are doing 50-50, or maybe he's doing 75%. And maybe he doesn't have to pay child support to you. So that's what I'm trying to, I need you to kind of make a decision of what we're going to do here. Are you going to have 75%? He's going to have 75%, or y'all are doing 50-50? Jones?
I mean, I provide everything. I have her most of the time. If need be, I can pick her up every day from daycare and go home and do homework with her and stuff like that.
That didn't answer my question, man.
Can you repeat the question again? I can have 75%. Like,
Okay, that's what you're intending to do in the future?
yes,
Okay. Do you want to, since he's doing a lot of visitation in addition to just the regular weekend visits, do you want to agree to a different number than the 1,069?
yes, that's fine.
What number do you propose?
Um, I don't know because our daughter is nonverbal and autistic. She still needs to be potty trained and all that type of stuff. So I don't have a set number.
I got you to come up with some number because I'm not sure if 1,069 sounds like the right amount if he's going to be doing a lot of extra visitation.
I don't know, 600. I don't know.
Okay, you think that 600 is a fair number?
You talking to me, Judge?
No, I'm talking to Ms.
Oh,
Jones.
okay, my bad.
Yeah, I guess 600, 650.
Well, you tell me the number. I'm going to get putting the ball in your court here.
Okay, 700.
Okay. All right, so let me go ahead and make a ruling. Y'all agreed to a lot of things already, so I'm approving all those. I'm going to set child support at $700 a month, being on that Mr. Miles has some extended possession more than the regular visitation that we usually do. We're going to put in there a standard visitational order just in case you'll have problems with visitation in the future. We at least want to have some kind of plan if y'all cannot agree, but uh, y'all are agreeing that, or I'm setting at 700 because father has some extended possession, which is great. That I don't, but we at some point when the child's in school, the child needs to be somewhere primarily. So that's what I'm looking at. Ms. Jones, I'm not granting your non-disclosure request. There's no reason Mr. Miles shouldn't have your address. There's been no family violence. He should know where the child lives primarily. I know y'all are going to meet at this exchange location, but he still is entitled to know where you live. Y'all are both entitled to know where the other party lives. There shouldn't be a need for pop-ups since y'all already are meeting at an exchange location. And if y'all want to adjust the exchange location in the future, that's something definitely y'all can also agree to outside of court. Um, but that's at least what we're putting in for the court order. All right, the Attorney General's office will be emailing y'all a copy of the order. They'll make those adjustments. Y'all are done with court. Mr. Miles, I'm not going to relitigate your case. Do you have a question?
Yeah, because my question was if we basically 50-50, and
I'm
the
not
door,
going to relitigate your case. Do you have a question?
I'm asking the question, but I don't understand
What's the
uh,
question?
the 700.
Okay. That's not a question. 700 is not a question.
No, I'm asking the question, why do I have to pay 700 if I have her mostly through?
Well, I thought I explained that already. Miss Jones is going to primarily be taking care of the child. And we lowered it from 1,069 to 700 because you do some extra days here and there. So that I lowered it to that number to kind of give you a little bit extra credit there towards the child support. But you
No,
do have to pay that amount, okay? All right. Y'all are done with court. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you. All right, let me give me just a 3-minute break here to go to the bathroom.